Hi guys, and welcome to the first episode of Breaking the Audi. So today we are having someone collect a turbo from the Audi. I put it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace, which is always fun, and I'm breaking basically every single part. I've listed prices. I put the turbo up for sale for £110 for collection, not posted, and he said if he comes and collects it today and takes it off himself, could he have it slightly cheaper? I said absolutely. So he's coming to collect the turbo, take it off himself for £80. However, I am going to remove the airbox for him, make it a bit easier, as the airbox is clearly right in the way of half of the turbo bolts. So the first thing we're doing today in the first episode of Breaking the Audi is going to be removing the airbox. I'll show you how to do that. I don't really know how, but I'm going to figure it out. And yeah, hopefully be £80 richer. What I am going to do is I'm going to break down every single cost / every single sort of profit we make from breaking the Audi, because obviously the cam belt snapped, so it's a case of, is it more cost effective to buy an engine, fit it and sell it as a whole car, or is it more cost effective to break the whole car for parts and see what you get at the end of it? So yeah, I'm going to make a little tally every single time of how much money we made and sort of the effort that it took to get the money, because obviously taking the car apart is not going to be easy, or some parts won't be easy and some will be easier than others. But yeah, let's get into this. So that down there, wait for it, is what's going, the turbo. Let's get to it. All this needs to come out, which I'm sure is going to be fun. Obviously take that off, that was easy. Take that off. I don't know if the EGR cord is going to, that's definitely going to have to come out. That's not going to be fun. Okay. Alright, let's get into this. Right, first things first is take off the airbox. Don't need that. These need to come out. Don't know what that was. Just pulled this out of this. I assume that's the solution to that. Actually looks reasonably easy, but I don't know. I'm now going to remove the heat shield because I think that's in the way of some stuff, so let's just get that off. I need to see what tool that uses. This, but I'm going to need a ratchet because there's no way that's getting in there. Just going to get rid of the cam belt cover because this is completely useless with a dead cam belt. I will admit I'm just unnecessarily taking off bolts now because I think, well, if I just take everything apart, something's going to make it move. So I might pull it off. I know this is going to go to the air, so it doesn't need to come off. Well, at least out of the way. This is pretty well off. Easy. Ow. Ow. Right. Let's have a look at the air filter while we're here. What sort of state that was in. I mean, I've actually seen worse. It's reasonably in good. I mean, it's not great. For anyone wondering, this is an 8mm. You will need. So, if you're wondering how to get rid of the air filter, once you've undone these two, it's just these clip things, these bungs at the bottom. So I literally just gave it a good pull, and the whole thing came out. So that was nice and easy. So now you have very easy access to the turbo. This nipple needs to come off, because that attaches to the turbo at the bottom, and then I think it's just all the bolts, a couple of oil and coolant feed lines. This just literally manipulates. It was like really solid here, and I thought I was going to have to undo the heat shield. Turns out you can just bend it all up here, so that was nice and easy as well. There it is, there's the turbo that I hope I'm selling today, but that doesn't look as new as I thought it was, so hopefully that's not going to be a problem. These are so far all the bits I took off, which is just the plastics, unneeded lead, but just took off the cam belt cover, and then the airbox, and then the filter, and obviously the engine cover. But that was it to get to the turbo. Very easy on an Audi A4 P7. Right guys, so episode 1 has been a success. As you can see, no turbo, although he didn't take the manifold. I thought he'd take both, to be fair, but after 2 hours of working on the car, he got the turbo off. Now what I will say, if you're thinking about taking your turbo off your Audi, clearly not the easiest thing to do. He did do it, but he went for a lot of different tools. It didn't seem easy at all. I'm sort of glad I didn't do that. It's not something, as much as I love working on cars and I love taking them apart, that took him 2 hours, and he seemed to know what he was doing. That took him 2 hours, so I'd hate to think how long that would have taken me, or if I would have even been able to do it. But episode 1 of Breaking the Audi was a success. He is gone, he has taken the turbo. Probably the easiest episode I'm ever going to have, because the rest of them I'm probably going to be doing the work, but lovely guy, just come over, did the work, took it away and just gave me the money for it. So perfectly fair enough, perfectly reasonable guy. So yeah, there you go. So tally 1, £80 and 2 hours worth of work that he did and I didn't do. But episode 1 of Breaking the Audi, we are £80 up and 1 turbo less. Now what some of you might say, which I just thought about before I ended this video, is you might say I charged too little or too much. Obviously we were quoted that the Audi had a turbo before we bought it. It had it the year before we bought it, so that would have been 3 years ago. I did look and I couldn't see a receipt for it though, so if it had actually happened or not I don't know, but they said it had been done and it did look very tidy for a turbo. It did look very clean, although the bolts all looked very weathered, but that could just be general mileage over, you know, the 3 years, 15,000 miles. But yeah, so I had a look online. Sort of used turbos go between 160 to 120 pounds with postage. Obviously this wasn't postage and he did all the work himself, so I thought £80 was reasonable. But yeah, you can let me know in the comments if you think I charged too little or too much. I think a lot of you might say it was too cheap, but I also couldn't guarantee the life of it, I also couldn't guarantee the wear, so hopefully you got a decent deal. I mean, I'm happy with 80 quid, I didn't have to do the work, so fair enough. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.